Chavis, Coach.
Good afternoon. Good to be in here again. Another Tuesday. I can't think of anything I enjoy more than this. It's the highlight of my week. So my nose didn't grow any, did it? All right. Let's get serious. Let's get on to the questions, and we'll do that.
Questions. Start in the back with Daryl, and then we'll come to Gabe.
Did you see a lot of it? Did you see the kind of improvement from your defense that you wanted to see? I know there was one or two big plays, but for the most part, did you see what you wanted to see?
Well, yeah, we saw a win, and that was the first thing that we wanted to see. And we saw some guys grow a little bit. Obviously, that was not SEC football, and it's a lot of things that you can't measure, but there are things that you can see. And we had a couple guys that, be honest with you, were unable to go, and hopefully they're going to be healthy this week. They're well on their way to doing that, and but we saw some guys compete, and we saw some mistakes, and the mistakes are the things that continue, and it's a simple formula to winning football games, and the team that makes the fewest mistakes will win, and that's true 99% of the time. We didn't have as many mistakes, but Western Carolina did a good job. They gave us some formations where they gave us some oversplits, and were able to run the ball a little bit the second half. It took us about 2 or 3 plays to get that fixed, but we got it fixed. But and when things like that happen, they came in with a good idea, a good scheme, and it worked. And you got to get those things fixed as they occur in the game. And I saw us be able to do that and communicate that, to the guys on the field, and then it wasn't a problem. So yeah, we're growing a little bit.
On the right side, Gabe.
Justin Dunning got a chance to get involved, Coach, with Evans out. What did you see from him, and what do you think his trajectory is with how rangy he is currently playing the safety position?
Well, he's a big body that has the speed to play safety. He's a 4'4" guy. He's got a lot of range. He can cover a lot of ground, and a lot of times what it takes is for guys to get in a game like that, and play, good football, and then you're more comfortable putting them in some of the other games. So, certainly he's a guy, that athletically is good enough to play safety, but if his body continues to grow, he's a guy that we think can play winning football here at Texas A&M. So we're excited about that, and it's exciting to see him make some plays. And again, occasionally you get that big safety that can be 220 and 6'4", and he may very well have a future at safety.
On the left side.
Coach, what do you see from freshman quarterback Kyle Shermer from Vanderbilt? His performance last week against Kentucky helped guide them to that victory. Well,
what you see is a team that, they kind of have a formula that they think, is a winning formula for them. They went from throwing the ball probably 60% of the time to running it about 60% of the time in the last 4 ball games, and they're protecting. When I say protecting their quarterback, they're protecting the football. And they've got 2 running backs that are good players. Offensive line that's a good SEC offensive line. So they've put more on the running game. You just break it down in Florida. They had one play in the Florida game that it looked like may hold up. Where they busted a 65 or 75-yard run. Neither team did a lot offensively, but they're a team that they want to run the football on you now, and let their defense play, and that puts a burden on us because we can't afford to give up big plays, and that can't happen, and you can't do that in the SEC and win. So, but their quarterback, they're doing a good job. Their offensive coordinator does a great job with calling plays, with formations. Multiple shifts, trying to get you miss the line, trying to get somebody out of the gap. So you'll see a bunch of that. So it's not just the quarterback, but it's what they're doing offensively now. And they've kind of turned the dial from being a team that was going to throw it 60% of the time to being a team that wants to run it 60% of the time.
Go to Zach here in front left.
Coach, Richard Moore listed as a starter over Claude George. I know that's subject to change at any time, but can you just talk about Richard's progression and how he's performed, especially as a freshman?
Well, again, we go back, the first half of the season, he's hurt, he can't play. Had a great spring, came out of spring practice feeling really, really good. We get halfway through the season, and I can't remember what game it was. The Alabama game was the first game that, he was physically able to play and played, made plays. And, I mentioned it last week that we got his role, we got to expand his role. And, we made a decision to, make that move. And, that's, and we're going to feel like not knowing everything fully, but we feel like it's going to make us better on defense. And he's got great instincts, and that's something that you can't teach. That's something that you can't coach. Often talked about this situation in other places, but when you got a guy that's got great instincts, I mean, that's a coach's best friend. He can find the football. He enjoys playing football, and, we feel like we need him on the field.
Anything
That it?
else for Coach Chavis? All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.